2023 was a horrible year to Europe. When Mother Nature unleashes her fury, even the mightiest structures crumble in minutes.
Keep it up, look at it, go and hit those trees.
In today's video, we will explore the top 10 mind-blowing catastrophic flash floods and tornadoes that left Europe shaken to its core. Georgia. Teams of emergency workers carried out intensive search and rescue (SAR) operations after a massive mudflow in the mountain resort town of Shovi in Oni municipality in Georgia on August 3rd, 2023. The SAR operations involved 400 firefighters, police units, drones, special equipment, and border police helicopters, the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Georgia said. Further personnel are likely to be deployed as the search area widens. As of 5th of August, 12 bodies had been recovered. At least 210 people were evacuated from the disaster zone, according to Minister of Health Zurab Azarashvili. On a visit to the affected areas, Prime Minister Irakli Garibashvili said, "I would like to express my deep sorrow and condolences to the families of our citizens who unfortunately died as a result of this great tragedy. Again, I share their grief. This is a very serious tragedy, and the whole nation is, of course, united around this great tragedy." Specialists from Georgia's National Environment Agency inspected the site. In a statement of 5th of August, the agency suggested the mudflow was partly caused by recent intense melting of the Buba and Belisa glaciers along with subsequent heavy rainfall. Slovenia. At least 3 people lost their lives and thousands evacuated their homes after severe storms and floods in Slovenia. According to Slovenia's environmental agency, ARSO, northern and central parts of the country recorded more than 200 millimeters of rain within 12 hours from 3rd of August to 4th of August 2023. This is more than these areas would normally see during the whole of August, ARSO said. The rain caused multiple rivers to break their banks, including the Savinja River in Celje, where around 400 people evacuated their homes. The Administration for Civil Protection and Disaster Relief recorded over 1,000 weather-related incidents within 12 hours across the country. Police, firefighters, and teams from the military and civil protection rescued people from flooded areas in the Upper Carniola and Carinthia regions. Slovenia's Directorate for Infrastructure said several sections of roads had been closed and some bridges had been destroyed in areas of Celje, Nova Gorica, Kranj, Ljubljana, Maribor, and Murska Sobota. Storm damage interrupted power supply to around 16,000 households. Slovenia police reported that 1 person died in a flooded area in the town of Kamnik. The cause of death is yet to be confirmed. Police also reported 2 Dutch citizens were missing and later found dead near the mountain resort town of Bled. It is thought the 2 were struck by lightning while hiking in the mountains. Firefighters in Zaragoza, capital of the Aragon region of Spain, carried out multiple high-water rescues after raging flash floods swept through the city. The region was hit by a series of storms in a short period during the afternoon and evening of 6th of July 2023.
Torrential rains and hail have battered this province. Even emergency rescue teams have been dispatched to gain control over the situation. The State Meteorological Agency has issued a yellow warning for these storms.
The State Meteorological Agency, AEMET, reported the town of Alcañiz in Teruel province recorded 46 millimeters of rain in a few hours, with 27.6 millimeters falling in just 10 minutes. Meanwhile, in the region capital Zaragoza, the weather station at Valdespartera in the city recorded 54 millimeters during the storm and 19.6 millimeters in 10 minutes. The government of Aragon said numerous roads were cut and homes were flooded in areas of Teruel and Zaragoza provinces. Residents of a flooded house in Alcañiz were evacuated and relocated to a hostel. Heavy hail destroyed fruit crops in Bajo Aragon, Calatayud and Cariñena. Videos shared on social media showed raging floodwaters sweeping through central parts of the city of Zaragoza, in particular along the Z30 road in the Parque Venecia neighborhood. Firefighters had to rescue around a dozen people who were trapped on the roof of their vehicles or clinging to trees. Flood depth was estimated at 2 meters. 6 of those rescued were taken to hospital for assessments or minor injuries. A school building was severely damaged and several other roads in the city were flooded. Rail and tram transport in the area were also negatively impacted. Roads and homes were also flooded in Cuarte de Huerva and Cadrete outside the city. The roof of a building was destroyed by heavy rain in El Burgo de Ebro, to the southeast of Zaragoza. 2 residents were evacuated unharmed.
Que se lleva el escenario, tú, que se lleva el escenario. El escenario.
The Spanish National Weather Agency issued a maximum red alert on Sunday in some regions of south and central Spain. Emergency services in Madrid tackled almost 1,200 incidences overnight after sending alerts warning residents of flood risk and advising not to use vehicles.
Romania. The Department for Emergency Situations in Romania reported that emergency crews had found the body of a person reported missing following severe flash flooding in Arad County. A short period of heavy rain triggered flooding in Arad County in the west of the country on 25th of June 2023. Vehicles were swept away and homes flooded. Roads were left strewn with downed trees, mud, and flood debris. Residents of flooded homes moved to higher floors for safety. Iestin Sionka, president of the Arad County Council, said a catastrophe of this magnitude has never been recorded here before. He said that communities in Buciava, Soimus, Gurahont, Brazi, and Madrigesti have all been severely impacted. More than 60 houses and 3 kilometers of road have been damaged or destroyed. At least 8 people had to be rescued. Several dozen families will have to be evacuated, according to the president. Our country is facing a disaster like we haven't had in a long time, Iestin Sionka said. The Department for Emergency Situations in Romania said the body of a man swept from a flooded home in Arad County was found approximately 5 kilometers from the house late on 25th of June. The department also reported significant flooding in the communities of Arăniș, Țărbal, Ulm, Valari in Hunedoara County on 25th of June. Severe weather has interrupted electricity supply in several areas of Hunedoara and Vrancea counties.
Τέτοια πράγματα δεν έχουμε ξαναζήσει ποτέ. Όλα...
Kosovo. 2 people have died in tragic circumstances following flash floods in western Kosovo. A short burst of torrential rain caused flooding in the municipality of Peja on 24th June 2023. The Hydrometeorological Institute of Kosovo reported 54.6 millimeters of rain in just over 1 hour during the evening of 24th of June. This amount of rainfall in such a short period inevitably caused flooding, in particular in urban areas, the institute said. 2 people died and 2 were seriously injured. In a statement on the situation, the President of the Republic of Kosovo, Vjosa Osmani, said, "The loss of 2 of our citizens as a result of the floods in Peja has shocked all of Kosovo. I expressed my deepest condolences to the family, friends, the mayor of the municipality, Mr. Kazmen Mohakseri, and all the citizens of Peja municipality for this great and tragic loss." The President emphasized that teams from the Kosovo Security Force and other emergency institutions have been present in Peja since the flooding occurred, offering help and support. Further, the President said that in these difficult moments, it is important that the support continues so that the municipality of Peja can withstand and recover from this difficult and tragic situation. Italy. More torrential rain in Italy has caused further flooding, this time in the southwestern Campania region, where at least 1 fatality was reported. The flooding in Campania comes while the northern Emilia-Romagna region begins a long recovery process following catastrophic flooding in which 15 people died and 36,000 were evacuated. In the Campania region, firefighters reported severe flooding in the municipalities of Forino and Montoro in the province of Avellino on 25th May 2023. In particular, the community of Celzi in Forino was severely impacted. Italy's first fire department said teams carried out numerous interventions, including rescuing or evacuating families from flooded homes. Local civil protection said 1 person died after a vehicle was swept away by floods in Celzi. Assessments are ongoing, but local officials said damages are considerable. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Heavy rainfall and elevated river levels in the Una and Sana basins have resulted in widespread flooding across various regions of Bosnia and Herzegovina over the last few days. According to reports from the Red Cross, approximately 10,000 individuals have been affected by the flooding, with 10 people displaced and 10 others sustaining injuries. The municipalities of Novigrad, Prijedor, Kostanjeka, Bihać, Buzim, Sanski Most, Kazin, Velika, Kladuša, Kluč, and Bosanka Krupa have been particularly impacted by the deluge. The Federal Hydrometeorological Institute of the country has indicated that the Una River surpassed the danger mark in the areas of Martinbrod and Bihać. Similarly, the Sana River reached hazardous levels in Vrapolje and Sanski Most. Furthermore, the Bosna River at Zenica has exceeded the danger mark, exacerbating the flooding situation. Numerous homes have been inundated in the Una-Sana canton, with Sanski Most experiencing significant damage, resulting in local officials declaring a state of emergency. In Sanski Most alone, 15 houses have been flooded, leading to the displacement of residents and an urgent need for assistance. Reports from the local authorities also highlight the extensive impact of the floods in Bosanka Krupa, where approximately 800 buildings have been flooded. Local authorities said that the Una River at Boanska Krupa reached record levels on 17th of May. The situation is never more difficult. We are doing what we can. Last night we had over 100 people engaged to help people. It was mostly about the embankment, bags, protection against water intrusion into households, relocation of people who are threatened by rising water and the like. We have our forces, which are substantial and well equipped. However, this exceeds the material and human capacities we currently have. The water level of the Una is 20 centimeters higher than it has ever been recorded before. And it is raining, and we can expect this evening that the water level will rise even more. Bosanka Kruper Mayor Armin Halitovic said. Croatia. Several counties in Croatia had been grappling with flooding after heavy rainfall since 12th of May 2023, prompting authorities to take urgent measures to mitigate the situation. Temporary flood barriers and sandbags had been installed along various rivers, including the Kupa River in Karlovac and Una in Hrvatska Kostanjeka, in an attempt to control the rising waters. The rivers are anticipated to reach their peak levels on 17th May. The Sava River is also experiencing high water levels. More rain is expected. Požega Slavonia County was among the regions affected by the flooding, according to the Directorate of Civil Protection. The city of Požega witnessed significant flooding on 12th of May, resulting in approximately 60 interventions to address flooded basements and streets. The Orljava River, near Orljavac, breached its banks, exacerbating the situation. In Virovitica, Podravka County, flooding was reported in Kancini, Miklius, and Donje Pistane, near Orahovica, on 12th May. Local media outlets reported damage to homes and a kindergarten in Ciancini as a result of the floods. The Otuče River in Gračac municipality overflowed from 14th to 15th May, causing damage to homes and affecting around 12 people. However, the water levels have since subsided, as reported by Civil Protection. Sisak Moslavina County experienced heavy rainfall on 14th May, leading to flooding in several areas, including Ilova, Kutina, Borovac, Matjevici, and Dvor. Authorities were particularly concerned about dangerously high levels of the Una River, prompting the implementation of flood defense measures. Authorities in Hrvatska Kostanjeka declared an emergency after the Una River rose dramatically overnight. Latvia. Local authorities in the Daugava municipality in southern Latvia requested a state of emergency due to severe flooding along the Daugava River and tributaries since late March 2023. Flooding has also affected several regions in neighboring Belarus. At least 8 roads in Daugava municipality, Latvia, were underwater, leaving communities isolated and children unable to attend school. Images from Latvia's State Fire and Rescue Service, VUGD, showed dozens of buildings and residential areas had been flooded. In early January this year, an ice jam along the Gauha River caused flooding in Adazi, in Latvia. Local government officials said 8 people were evacuated. The State Fire and Rescue Service, VUGD, assisted in evacuating the citizens by boat. Some roads were closed in the area. A few days later, ice flows along the Daugava River caused flooding in Jikapils municipality from 12th January 2023. Emergency services rescued 18 people from floods on 15th January, and some areas along the river were evacuated. Evacuees were able to return home the following day. Schools were closed in the area for several days. Serbia. A state of emergency was declared in the municipalities of Prijepolje, Sjenica, Novi Pazar, Brus, Tutin, Kuršumlija and Prokopolje in Serbia after flooding that began on 18th January 2023. On 19th January, Minister of Defense, Milos Vučević, said that Serbian army members are on the ground and that all the capacities of the army have been placed at the disposal of affected communities. Minister of the Interior Bratislav Gašić visited some of the flooded areas. Serbian police reported at least 84 people had evacuated their homes because of the flooding, including 5 in Novi Pazar, 9 in Sjenica, 30 in Prijepolje, 24 in Priboj, and 16 in Brus. Water pumps and temporary flood defenses were deployed in affected areas, the Ministry of Interior said. Heavy rain caused the Grabovica River to break its banks in Sjenica, with some residents evacuated on 18th January 2023. Buildings were damaged by flooding from the Lim River in Brodarevo. A state of emergency was declared in Kuršumlija and Prokopilje after flooding from the Toplica River. The Grasevačka and Rasina rivers overflowed in the municipality of Brus. prompting officials to declare a state of emergency. In Novi Pazar, the Raska and Travica rivers both broke their banks. Emergency teams were searching for 2 people who were missing after being swept away by floods, while attempting to protect their homes. Minister of the Interior Bratislav Gasiek said 6 specialist rescue teams are currently searching for the 2 missing people. The Republic Hydrometeorological Service of Serbia, RHMZ, issued warnings of heavy rain in the region on 15th of January, with as 150 millimeters of rain expected in some areas of southern Serbia, Bosnia, Kosovo, and Montenegro from 17th to 18th January. RHMZ warned that flooding is likely to continue on the Sava River at Sabak and the Nera River near Kusik until 21st of January.